Happy Tuesday training to you all. I'm not going to say good morning today because we know that you are visiting us from all around the country. We had a lot of great feedback last week from our Tuesday training, and really do listen to the comments that you leave for us in Facebook. And we've been asked specifically about campaigns.
Yep.
What are they? How do you use them? How do you start a campaign? What's the difference between a campaign and a scheduled message, a drip campaign, a reminder campaign? So today we're just going to get right into it, and we are going to show you what that is. And campaign may not be language that you're familiar with. So first, let's just dissect that. Jared, What is a campaign?
Great. Yeah. So a campaign in marketing, you have this idea of a marketing campaign, which is usually a bunch of things related to get a person, whether it's a lead or a client, from point A to point B, C, D, E, F, whatever it is, and everything in between. In Scipio, a campaign does that same thing, except it focuses on messaging. And typically the goal of all of our campaigns, all of Scipio campaigns, are to either disseminate information or to get your customers to engage.
Yes.
And that means to respond to a message that you've sent them.
And I just want to make a note that it's a common marketing statistic. It takes 7 touch points to get someone to engage with you, whether that be email or phone call. The cool thing about Scipio is it takes between 3 and 4 touch points to get an engagement. So we bring that average way down when you're using text messaging. So we want to show you how to do that so that you can get engagement with fewer touch points than the other ways that you're running your campaigns.
Yep. So let's go ahead and jump right in. And again, just like every week, we're going to jump right into the Success Center, because inside of the Scipio Success Center, or Help Center, whatever you want to call this, we call it the Success Center. You can find campaigns that you can use in your own account. You can find help on how to do these things. Anything that you need is right here in the Success Center. And so we just wanted to, again, hit on that. Anything you need when it comes to Scipio, you can find here in the Success Center. If you can't find it, tell us on Facebook so that we can put it in there.
We'll get it in there. And the neatest thing about these campaigns, we have them for every industry. And they're written by people. It's tested and proven by that industry, the language that's used. And so you can take these campaigns and plug them right into your account and use them after Jared shows you how to do that.
So I'm going to go ahead and just grab a campaign very quickly and pull it into we'll do this fitness campaign. Black Friday, that was a while ago. You know, why don't I do 6-week accountability and encouragement, import the campaign, and just like that, it's in my account. We're talking 3 clicks here. 3 clicks and you have a campaign in your account. So before I dive even deeper into this, what is the difference between a scheduled message, so just scheduling a message, and having a campaign? I want to talk about that because I've been working with some clients over this last week, and they've had that exact question. They wanted to send a message, but in reality, they actually wanted to use a campaign. So a message is just what it sounds like. It's a one-off message. It's one message that you can send to any contact or any group that you have. It's only one message. You can send it at any date and time. And I'll just give myself a little pump up. I can send this message at any date and time in the future. Let's say I want to send it on the 20th. Yeah,
just to be clear, because you said it's one message, this one message could go to several people. He just chose to send it to himself. But a scheduled message is just one single message sent to one person or 100 people, but it's just one single message.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and send this message, and that message will schedule on my Scipio calendar. When I go to that contact, I'll be able to see that message by clicking right here on scheduled. I've got my message for Thursday, and it says you're great. This is also just a one-off message. Again, it's one message, it's sent, it's done, and that's all. Campaigns, on the other hand, we take this idea of a scheduled message and we pair it with other scheduled messages. So you can have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 messages in a row that help you get your contact from point A to point B. So to access your campaigns, you click on campaigns here in the top nav, and all of your campaigns will show up here on the left-hand side.
Now, with the free account, a lot of you that are visiting us do have free accounts. You won't have access to all of these campaigns. You only have 2.
Yep.
And if you want to increase that, you can get up to 10 with the Essentials plan, and
Yep.
you get unlimited campaigns with the premium. So just depending on how much communication you need will determine how many campaigns you get.
Yeah, and to touch on that also, the freemium accounts get preloaded with campaigns. If you don't want to use those, we actually have another video that we talked about how to delete those. We're not going to be talking about deleting campaigns today. We're going to talk about starting campaigns today. But so if you want to see that, go ahead and watch.
It's in our library at the top of this Facebook page. We keep all our videos there.
So I'm going to go ahead and grab a, sorry, I wanted to focus on our new lead 6-week challenge campaign. So the first thing that you're going to notice when you have any campaign, you have 3 options for what these campaigns are. We've got drip campaigns, event campaigns, and reminder campaigns. Okay, a drip campaign is just dripping messages in the future. Most commonly, the most common thing that we have for this in marketing is email, drip email. You just keep sending messages.
Typical marketing automation.
Yep.
You're going to send a series of 7, 10 emails. That's what our drip campaign is here, except for it's in text.
Yep, it's text form, and it just drips out into the future and sends messages. We're not going to go into a lot of detail on setting up reminder campaigns today. We're going to focus on drip campaigns, but next week in our Facebook Live, we're going to be talking about reminders and events. But a reminder campaign and an event campaign in this case, and I actually want to show the difference here. This says wait days, wait minutes. I'm on my drip campaign. If I change this to a reminder campaign, I'll zoom out so you can see the change happen in real time. If I click reminder, I have some other options for my messages. So a reminder campaign takes an event or an appointment that you have. Let's say it's you're jumping on a call with someone, or they're coming in to have a consultation, or you're meeting with them at their home. The reminder campaigns and event campaigns take that date and time of your event, and it sends messages based on that. So it can lead up to this. Sorry, I'm drawing my hands here now. That you have your event, and everything leads up to that event. So you can say, I want to send my message 2 days before my event, or 2 hours before my event, or immediately, as soon as they are scheduled for this event, I want them to get that message. And so that's a very subtle difference, but it's very important to recognize. A drip campaign, you'll add them, and they just start getting messages out into the future. And so for use cases like that, for lead nurturing, absolutely, you want to use a drip campaign. For brand new customer onboarding, you want to use a drip campaign. For product, and let's say they purchase a product, you want to do follow-up on that product, that's also a drip campaign.
But if you were to have a party, a city event, meetings, like you said, that's where you'd be using before and after the event.
The reminder campaigns and event campaigns. Again, we're going to go into detail on those next week. But let's jump back now to our drip campaigns. So you notice the drip campaign says wait days and wait minutes. This is the first message that I have from this campaign. And we've called it initial outreach, and it will not send a message. It will wait 1 day and then deliver a message at 10:46 in the morning. Okay. And the next message will wait 2 days and deliver at 10:46 in the morning. And the final one will wait 1 day and deliver at 4:58 p.m. So we have 3 messages, and they will deliver over the next 5 days at their respective time of day that we've set. Okay, that's a campaign. If we wanted to do could we do this with scheduled messages? Yes, we could schedule one message, exit out of it, schedule another message, exit out of it, and schedule another message, and we would have 3 scheduled messages. In this case,
so much easier.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
Keep it in a flow.
Exactly, and so much faster. And your campaigns give you this option at the top. Remove contact from campaign if they send you a message.
This is really important, because if somebody engages with you and they start talking and then they get a series of messages after that, it's out of context, and you lose that personalization that Scipio, it's our secret sauce, is the personalization, the individualization. So I typically always check that box.
Yes. If you are doing any sort of drip campaign that once they engage, you want them to be pulled out of that, absolutely check that box. Because again, if we had just scheduled those 3 messages, they're going to get all 3 of those messages, no matter if they respond or not. And so the campaign gives you that flexibility to say, oh, I don't want them to get another message when they text back in. So again, for leads, this is perfect. For follow-up on a product that you've sold them, this drip campaign is going to be perfect for them. Okay, so we'll come back down. I'm actually going to change this, again, to showcase the options that we have here. We've got wait days, where you choose a certain number of days later and a time of day. So 8:46 in the morning, 4 days later. Or you can choose wait minutes.
With lead nurturing, it's typically minutes.
Yes.
And you want it 1 minute because again, we've talked about speed to lead and how crucial that is and how your conversion rate will fall if you wait even an hour.
Yep. So I'm going to change this to 2 minutes.
Okay, we'll do 2 minutes.
And there's a reason for this. If you are automatically sending people into this campaign through one of your integrations, either through ClickFunnels or through Zapier, or through your other landing pages, or if they're filling out a Google form or something online and they're getting added to this campaign, absolutely you want to use 1 minute because you want that to happen. But if this is a campaign that you'll be adding people to manually,
Yes.
which I'm going to show you how to do, you're going to want to give it maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes so that if you inadvertently add the wrong people,
you have an
you can pull them
opportunity
out
to pull them out
before
and
the messages
that
start.
happens. We get SOS messages all the time.
Yes.
Help, I didn't mean to do this, pull them out. So if you give yourself that 5 or 10 minutes, there's a fail safe.
Yes, you have a fail safe. Again, that's only for campaigns that you are adding people to manually. When it's automated, absolutely use 1 minute. You want to reach out to them as fast as possible. Okay, so we've got a 5-minute delay on this first message. So when the campaign starts, Scipio will wait 5 minutes and send whatever contact was just started in this campaign, will send this message. Okay, which brings me to my next point about starting a campaign. The campaigns are specific to each contact. And so a contact, as soon as they're added to a campaign, starts that campaign. This is kind of confusing. For some email marketing automation, they use this idea that you build a campaign and then you start the campaign and everyone goes into it at the exact same time. Scipio campaigns aren't meant to be like that. They're meant to be used individually for people based on when they come in or based on when you want to send it to them. So for example, cold leads. Let's say you have a list of 1,000 cold leads that you want to be reaching out to. You wouldn't build a cold lead campaign and send all 1,000 of them through at the exact same time.
Well, you'd get blasted with engagement because the engagement's so good. No, you don't want to send 1,000 at once.
No, you would want to take those and separate them into groups of 50 or 100 and add those groups, 50 or 100 at a time to this campaign. So then they would start that campaign the day that you added them. And then the first message would go out 5 minutes later. And then they'd be on their own schedule for these messages. So let's go ahead and show you what this looks like. I'm going to go ahead and save this campaign. We've made some changes to it, so I want to hit save. It's called our new lead 6-week challenge campaign. You see that up here. Okay, you can also see it on the left-hand side here. And I'm going to grab a contact from my address book. Oh, and I'll grab myself. And I'm going to add myself to this campaign. And there's a couple ways that you can do this. Okay, I want to start this campaign for this contact. So I'm going to check mark my name here. I'm going to click on campaigns and I'm going to find our campaign. And all I have to do is check this box and I'll be added.
It's kind of scary how easy it is. And that's why mistakes can happen because
Yes.
all you have to do is check that box and that contact will now receive that series of messages.
Yep. So let's go back to my contact and look at the scheduled messages that I have. I should have 2 scheduled messages. One as part of my campaign to go out in 5 minutes. And I do. You see it right here, 11:19 a.m. as part of new lead 6-week challenge campaign. And then I have our Thursday message that we scheduled for.
That fun little scheduled message you did at the beginning, right? And I think it's great. It shows you a bird's eye view of everything that you have scheduled for that one person.
Yep. And so what's awesome about this is you can actually, we have a lot of our fitness users that ask about this. Like, hey, I want to start this campaign on a specific day. Yes, you could go in and on that specific day add them to this campaign, or you can actually just edit this message and change the date and time that this campaign starts. Okay, I'm gonna say that one more time. let's say you're running a 6-week challenge and you have a drip campaign for your 6-week challenge and you want everyone to start on the same day. You can add these individual challengers to the campaign and then edit the start time of that campaign. So yes, the campaign has already started, but the first message hasn't delivered yet. And so until that first message delivers, we have the ability to edit the time and date of that first message. So let's say I actually want to change this. I'm starting this new 6-week challenge on Saturday. I want this first message now to go on Saturday rather than having it sent today. And so we'll update the messages for those individual contacts. I'm still part of the campaign. I'll still get the messages, but you see that it switches now chronologically. We've got Saturday showing up here. And I'm still in this campaign. I'm still going to get all the messages of this campaign. But now it's starting exactly when I want it to start. Okay. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and change this back. I want this to send right now so we can see the next message schedule. Yeah, because that's what's going to happen next. Once this first message delivers, the next message scheduled automatically and waits to deliver until either that person engages or the time of that message shows up and needs to go out.
Let me say something though. I did make a comment about checking that box and having that person engage. If it's something like a challenge, and regardless if they engage or not, you want them to get all the messages, don't check the box. Because with the accountability campaigns and the challenges, those messages actually, it doesn't matter whether or not you're engaging in a conversation, that is something you want them to receive every single one of those messages. So I just want to make that clear too with the box.
Yeah. And so think of that as you're writing these campaigns or using the campaigns that we've pre-written, again, in the Success Center. We want you to be able to say quickly, oh, is this a campaign that I want them to engage with? Like if you want them to respond and not get any more messages, check the box. If you want them to respond, but you still want them to get more messages, like a motivation campaign, like an accountability campaign, then leave that box unchecked and they'll get every message. So the other thing that happened when we added me to the campaign, right here, I'm on the campaigns page. You see the number 1. You'll see how many how many of your contacts are currently in that campaign. Okay. It also shows that in your address book, you have an option here on the left-hand side for your campaigns. And I'll grab my new lead 6-week challenge campaign.
And there it is.
And there I am. I'm in this campaign. And so a contact will stay in the campaign until every message has delivered. Okay. And so let's go back to my contact now. The first message should have delivered. Maybe it hasn't delivered just yet because 11:18 is the time. And we'll go to scheduled. It's still waiting. Oh, I didn't save that message. Whoops, I exited out of it. My bad.
Always save.
There we go. On today.
We've all done it. We've all done it.
Yep. Schedule. That message is going to go out. Again, as part of a campaign. What's great about this is inside of the message thread, you're going to know which messages are campaigns and which ones are not campaigns. So I'm going to scroll back through here. You see this little gearhead guy? This means that this was a message as part of a campaign. Okay. Whereas this one, you're seeing my gray dot here because I haven't uploaded my own profile image.
There's no problem. Yeah.
This was just a regular sent message. Okay. So when I click this, I can see everything that happened. When I see it here, I've got this option to take me right to the campaign that I sent this to. So you can find that campaign quickly. You can edit it for other users. There's a lot of power that the campaigns give you. Okay. So we'll take a step back, recap everything that we've done as we finish up today. First, we were in the Success Center and showed where you can find campaign templates that we already have.
And there's just scroll for a second. There are so many campaigns that we have. Anything you need, it's here. And if it's not, you let us know. We'll get it in there.
Yep. Okay. And again, when you import these campaigns, take a minute, read through them, make sure you understand how they work, change the messaging to match your voice.
You definitely want your tone in there because your clients and your customers and your leads, they'll know.
Yep. They will know for sure if it's you or not. Okay. And again, importing them is so easy. You click import. Okay. Again, on our freemium plan, you get 3 campaigns, 2 drip campaigns,
And
1
one
reminder
reminder.
campaign. On our essentials plan, you get 10 drip campaigns and I think 5 reminder campaigns. And then on our premium plan, you get an unlimited number of campaigns and use them as much as you want, as you need.
Yeah. And if you are ready to upgrade, you can do that right within your account. You just go over to your profile and scroll down. You're not going to see it here because Jared's in an upgraded account. But it says upgrade account. You can click that and it will take you right to the page.
Yep. So then we went to the campaign that we imported just to see what it looked like, and then went to a new lead campaign that we have and talked through some of the differences between a drip campaign and a reminder campaign. The main difference being a drip campaign starts immediately and drips out to the future. So all of the messages are based on when someone is added to that campaign. Excuse me, I'm going to pause. I'm going to take a step back. The first message is based on when someone was added to that campaign.
And every
the rest of the
message is based on that.
Based on the previous message. Yep. And so this message will deliver 5 minutes after the campaign starts for that person, or that person is started in the campaign. This message will then be 2 days after the previous message. And this one will then be 1 day after the previous message. And just to talk, sorry, we're going long here, but there's so much to talk about. To talk about the process of how we came up with that, we actually had it reversed in the past where everything was based on the date that they were added to the campaign, but it started to get confusing. And as we were talking to our users, they said, no, I think about it like this. I send them a message and then I want to send another message in 3 days. I want to send another message 7 days after that. And so we built the campaign builder to, sorry, I just noticed my typo here. We built the campaign builder to match more of the mental model that our customers have. And so these messages, again, they're all based on the prior message, except the first message, which is based on the start of the campaign. Yep. And then we went through and we changed this. We talked about starting a campaign for a contact. It means adding them to this campaign. And let me actually show you now how to add an entire group to this campaign, to start an entire group in a campaign, because that's another question that we have. You can just check people in the address book. Let's say I want to send it to everybody and click on campaigns and do the exact same thing that we just did. A dashed line here means that someone I've selected is already in this, but also someone that I've selected is not in this. We just wanted to give you kind of an idea of that. The best way to add an entire group to a campaign is go from the groups screen, click on the 3 dots, and then click View Group. And it will take you to a group overview screen and show you all of your campaigns.
And that's as easy
as clicking that button.
Add.
Yep.
And ask you if you're sure, because the mistake has been made.
Yeah, the mistake has been made.
Or an entire campaign has been sent to a wrong group. So we always double check.
So I'm going to say, yes, I'm sure. And all of these contacts are 21 people. I'll refresh the page here and show you. We've got 22 scheduled messages, and I can see I've got 20 people as part of this campaign. And you might be saying, wait, weren't there 21 people in the group? Yes, there were, but someone was already in this campaign. And so they're 1 day ahead of the messaging. They've already received the first message. And that's right here. Now I want to follow up from a few days ago. Again, I can change this to start on a specific day. If I want, oh, this is a 6-week challenge. I want this to start on Saturday. Let continue. And it's going to update that for everybody, but not remove them from the campaign. And so let's now go, last thing, sorry, to the address book. Because you can add people to campaigns from here as well. When you're in their information, scroll all the way down. There's a campaigns option, and you have your drop-down list of campaigns, or you can remove them by clicking this button.
Don't want them in the campaign anymore.
Yep, if you don't want them in. And then I just wanted to show very quickly how they get pulled out and what that looks like when they respond. And so I've got my message here. I want to get fit.
So he's responding, and we check the box that said if they respond, pull them out. And there it is.
So we get an incoming message that says get fit, and Scipio gives you a notification, these yellow system notifications saying this contact was removed from the drip campaign because you've said if they respond. And now, sure enough, I won't have any more scheduled messages for that campaign. I just got the one that we scheduled from ourselves.
Yes.
But I'm not in the campaign
campaign
anymore. And so when I go to the address book and look at my campaigns, there's only 20 people in there. You won't see my name in this list. Same thing on this side. There's only 20. And campaigns are so awesome. So my challenge for you this week, take a minute, think about your business. What are messages that you send over and over? Or what are things that you like to do over and over that you don't?
Well, and the key here too is they say the fortune is in the follow-up. This is a perfect way to ensure your follow-up is done.
Yep.
Set all your messages at once, set it and forget it. Unless, of course, they respond, then you get engagement.
Yep. And even just like creating a campaign that is called follow-up. Let's say someone says, yes, I'm interested. I'll follow up with you. Put them on a follow-up campaign that sends them a message in 7 days saying, hey, just following up from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still interested? Simple things like that.
You'll never forget.
Yeah.
Never again.
You're never going to forget anyone. And they're never going to forget. And they will be surprised at how good you are at doing follow-up. Yeah. So thanks for being with us today. Sorry it was so long.
Events next week.
Join us. And it will probably be shorter. Have a great one. We'll talk to you later.